All right, next project is going to be straightening that out there. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Beautiful day. 64 degrees now. It was 54 this morning. It's 8:48, getting used to the time zone. I got my shorts and croc. Yes, this is Florida living right here. Alrighty. Again, I know there's people that like to see us do some yard work and stuff. My trailer is still, or my mom's trailer, it's a family trailer, it's still over there with the mulch. Normally this is where it's secured, because we have to get this in November. We have to get this cow manure and some food and everything as it goes through the winter. But I'm not here for that. I am here to do that. Those bricks right there, they finally got to go. All of those bricks, this whole back has to get brickless. So that's what my job is today. Not only that, I want to talk about the Christmas card giveaway. In the comment is all the information. In our post is all the information. But we are doing the annual Christmas card giveaway. Not giveaway, exchange. So for the 34 people or 32 people that sent us Christmas cards last year, we have your address. If it needs to be updated, please email us the new address. For the other ones, if you want to receive a Christmas card, the P.O. box, again, is in the description, and I'll have it pinned up in the comment section there. So, and guys, if you can get out on this beautiful day, I mean, go for it. Get out here, do something, sit outside, just do something. Get yourselves motivated now that the garbage man has did his duty. Diligent. I'm going to clear this wagon that we bought years ago at Ace Hardware and get it to use. As if you've seen in the past video where I did my father's, I straightened out his, I got rid of a lot of bricks. But I do want to say one thing. Those are like half bags of dirt right there. And they are heavy. You get older, guys, I promise you, get what you can when you're younger, when you're in shape. And a lot of this I want to get out of here, because this not only attracts snakes to sleep in, but other critters as well. It doesn't hardly ever grow grass back here, but that does, like if we were to get another storm, this just doesn't help out. But let me start getting rid of all these. They did their purposes and what we used them. And after doing that front, I'll be honest with you, I had to take a pain pill that night. I'm doing good. Just one time I took the pain pill. That was some work. That beat me down over there. Probably should be wearing gloves to grab this, but it is what it is. All right, that was not that bad. Pulled up some stuff that was in the ground. That's what I got there. Phoebe was trying to do something here where she was growing her butterflies. It's so hard where we're at. I know she had some flowers back here, so I'm not even gonna mess with those. I will mess with this one here because we don't. And again, if we need any bricks or rocks, and you can see how far they go back past the fence, because you see where that tree is, that is my property, right where that tree line. But my father, he brought it in 2 feet in, because we are to that tree basically. But he brought the fence inline in, so before I had a fence, he was storing all his rocks. And he was kind of making like a rock fence going all the way down there. So, but yeah, right where basically the tree, touching the tree is the property line. But like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and cry. I cut that back anyway. I cut his side and anything anyway. But it doesn't bother me because I used to push lawnmower there. The only thing that, and like I said, it's not inside this fence. So if it does become a thing, then I'll just remove a couple at a time, but I'm not worried about that. This is the whatchamacallit that she's making. That'll be ready next year. I gotta flip it. Let me get the... That is one of 2 compost piles she made. She added some leaves in here. I don't know why. But this should be ready by April to spread out. I had to put the compost on these green ones. You see, that's what they bring. It's Florida. If you don't got bugs, there's something wrong. But that'll be ready next year to put somewhere. The other one is not ready. That won't be ready for another year. I gotta start cutting the tree there, because that's growing. And then if you see these little things here from the hurricane or just from time, these are acorns that drop, or the freaking squirrels put in the ground, and they grow. So usually yearly I come around and I pull them, or I get my snipper and snip them. Because what happened was I had a tree grow in between the fence. So, and I promise you, not only will it lift your fence up and ruin it, but it's a pain in the ass to get rid of it. So that's what I do here. And now I'm gonna go around and get all these little acorn trees and snap them up. I use that there, the ones that I can't pull up, I just snap them with that there. So I'm gonna go along this fence line. Shouldn't be that much, because like I said, I keep up with it. You let these grow wild, that's what you're gonna have. A tree on your side, and then it's gonna look like that if you don't pay attention to it. So it'll start from there, and it'll look like that one day. You know, I'm not gonna live long enough to see the tree that big, but while I'm alive right now, beautiful weather, this is the perfect time to catch up on things and do stuff that I did not want to do. This collects water here from the banana leaves, and I pour that in when it fills up. So that's another reservoir thing that I use. But the only bad thing now is that I didn't even know squirrels eat banana leaves. So squirrels eat banana leaves, they jump on the damn banana thing and they eat it. And I think it's because it's got water, you know, water inside its leaves. And another thing we're finding now is the squirrels are eating these yellow things. You see all that? They're literally pulling these off, as you can see here, and they eat that too. So that's why we can't grow nothing. We can't have nothing nice, because we're dealing with squirrels. And you can't, it's hard to get rid of squirrels. You'll never get rid of them, not with this many trees going on. You just can't get rid of them. Nothing. They're smart, they'll figure out stuff. We don't have no bird feeders no more. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'll mention it as many times as I come to this. This papaya tree is a male tree. So this papaya will never ever grow papaya, only flowers. And I've seen the squirrels on here, and I don't know if they're eating it, but it doesn't look like it. But I've seen them jump on here. And yeah, is that an eaten leaf? No. Okay. But I've seen them jump on here from there. They walk the wires. The only good thing is our bird nest. When the birds come, they chase them away, but they're smart. They know when the birds come out, and they know when the birds are here. You can have a dog. I looked online. You can't get rid of squirrels. It's as simple as that. They know when your dog comes out in the backyard. I don't want 20 cats living around my house. This is the sickness from the hurricane a year ago, that we got to cut all of this, and we're going to show you that. Now, when we do mulch this and thing, we're going to get the weeds out, but I am going to leave the dead leaves on the banana trees for the winter. I'm not going to cut those until next year, April. I'll cut those dead leaves down there, but I'm going to leave those down. I would normally cut them, but then I'm finally realizing that no, that's going to protect it if we happen to get any freezes this year. Pineapple tree, or whatever you want to call it, plant. It's as big as all hell. Still has not produced a pineapple. Normally, these pineapples came from pineapples that we bought in Publix, and they produced pineapples. And when a pineapple produces from here, another one will grow here. So these are like sisters of another pineapple, which should took another 2 years. But for some, I don't, and again, this is sugar sand back here. So, you know, things don't grow like if you had the farm dirt like in my mother's, on her banana farm. My niece, I put some bananas there. Man, she's got bananas, but she's got the black dirt. Now, this used to be an egg farm where that subdivision is and everything. This used to be an egg and cow farm. Now, in the center there is plenty. It's good. But, again, you're dealing with sugar sand. And if showed in previous videos, I can hold the hose here for 30 minutes and I can get my hand. And you've seen it when I did the front of the house. See? That does not hold water. Does not hold water. I can fill this up with water for 30 minutes, an hour, and go like this, and it's dry underneath there. That's why in Florida the roots grow on top of the ground, and that's why trees tumble, because the roots are not growing deep. They're growing to the side. Another thing with sugar sand is when we lay mulch, or not just mulch, when we lay the compost and we lay the other dirt in here, doesn't matter if it's filling dirt or soil or whatever, what happens is when it rains is the sugar sand will rise up and will push the dirt to the bottom. So I could fill this up. I filled this up all with black dirt. This should have been black dirt when you first seen it. And look, all the sugar sand rises. See how it rises to the top. So when that's, I just like, so that's why these banana trees take longer, because over there, she made a box up front there. So that's full dirt and soil. Why that banana tree is growing good there is because that is where the septic area is there. It's not on top of the septic, but it's between my septic and my mom's septic, but there's still sugar sand there. That's why it took like 25 years before my mother finally got avocados from her tree. I mean, last year and this year was the most bananas we've ever gotten, and I'm getting ready to do that when we do everything, get those bananas. One banana didn't make it. We got 2 more going. This has been the highest that we've gotten bananas and avocado, and she's got a boatload of lemons. I'll go show you that real quick. That's another tree we had in here, and again, the sickness. That lemon tree and this special orange tree here, they've been stitched, so they produce. If you remember seeing all the flowers, but the sickness got to it and killed it all. So, and then you see how small this is. It's still the same size when we bought it compared to, you see the lemon tree is growing like a wildfire over there. Yeah, they're over there cleaning out the ditches. Hurricane season will be over on the 31st, but they're clearing out the ditches because that area flood. And then you see here, I think that's orange, and these are all lemon trees that my mother, and this is the most bloom she's ever had, was this year. So oops. Oh shit. Let me grab a couple lemons here and take them in the house, and then grab some of the bad ones and put them in the compost. Yeah, see, and this is what I'm trying to tell you. See all these, and my parents are at an age where they just can't come out here. And you know, when they planted it, they were healthy. Now, finally, this thing is growing, and they can't, whatchamacallit. And this has been here forever. These trees here, none of these trees ever produce. They just get big and then they go small again. And that's the other thing, you know. Sometimes we were growing stuff in the backyard here and it wouldn't grow. And like her rose bushes, they were dying. I think I'm gonna put it in the other way. And we put them in the front and them things are thriving like crazy. So that's another thing. Depending where, yeah, that's not gonna be ready till next year, following year. Depending where you are putting these friggin' things is blowing us too, because it's like she had rose bushes back here, they didn't make it. She transferred three, they're growing like wildflowers. She's gonna make something. I don't know what the heck she's gonna make, but it's like we're getting to the age where stop making stuff. Those two potted plants didn't do nothing, and they were in the front in the pot. And now look at them, they're thriving. They're just thriving back here. I don't know. Like I said, the lemon tree was as big as that orange tree we had in that thing that she bought that was supposed to work. And look at this friggin' lemon tree from Puerto Rico that my cousin sent me for as a seed and stuff. And look at this. This thing has been like this big, okay, for 5 years. It's been that big. And I don't know, like we're just like, but I am gonna get another papaya. I'm gonna have my cousin send some seeds from Puerto Rico and try to get a female papaya. We're gonna keep this papaya tree here because not only, I mean, it doesn't do nothing, it's a tree, but it'll help pollinate everything around it, the bees and everything. It'll attract the bees and everything to help pollinate this whole area here. This is the small avocado tree. And again, I know some of this is repetitive, but some people probably never just started watching our video. Just wanted to let you know what's going on here. And like I said, this spawned 2, and then this is the other one. I might take a couple bananas. What? My mother caught me stealing her lemons. Anyone who wants this tree, it's that tree right there. It grows flowers. You see the flowers on it? And you live in Lakeland or whatever. You live close, maybe we could bring it to you. You want that cactus tree. It's yours. It is yours. So just let me know if you guys want a cactus tree and you live in the area. We can meet somewhere and we can give it to you. This was the one banana tree that didn't make it. The bananas just did not produce anything. And again, I'm probably showing you stuff, but you see the difference on the farm. That's how these would grow. But because here you have in between 2, and never plant on top. That's my tank and this is my drainage. So never plant on that. There's no drainage in here in this whole area. And then her drainage starts up there. Her drainage is different. So never plant on top of your drainage or else you'll be buying thing. This is the one that's coming in good. Hopefully it'll make it. Winter won't get to it. And then this one over here, that's not gonna make it. But you know, I'm gonna let them do Mother Nature's. I let them do Mother Nature's thing and stuff. One time we did get bananas out of this little one, but so far this area here has really been producing butterfly gardens, bananas. Unfortunately, it's the bananas we don't like. But I gotta get with my cousin to see if he'll send me some roots of the plantain at my mother's property. If not, we gotta make a trip to Puerto Rico. But money's tight. That's why we haven't been to Puerto Rico. All right, let me finish this up. Yeah, I got caught taking some lemons from my mother's tree. That's what happens when you have cameras around your house. She watches it like a hawk, and then I just gotta bring them rocks up front. I'm gonna go do this real quick and go from there. Alrighty, that's gotta get painted because that type of wood will get rotten. See what happens to termites. That's what I said. All that stuff, they love to live underneath here. You can see the termites got the hell out of that, but it's okay. It is okay. All right, so I got all that done. Let me get this stuff out to the front. I think that's all I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna not try to push it. Don't try to push it, guys. Just do what you can daily. This bitch is heavy. Alrighty, let's get to the front. I gotta use. Alright, next project is gonna be straightening that out there. I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way down. It's leaning forward, but it's not really bothersome, but that there definitely. And then this around here, I gotta fix up. This always gets trampled from the hose and everything, so that is the next project. As far as the front of the house goes, I'm not gonna do it today because again, I want to try to keep these videos short. As you can see, she's still holding up good. Thank God it hasn't rained, because again, that sand up in the front will slide down like crazy. So hopefully, I've been stepping on it, been trying to pack it in. Now that fill dirt that I had, that dirt won't run. It's that sugar sand that's in that part of the section, but at least that project part is completed. These will eventually get trimmed. This is the rose bush I was telling you about. That thing was dead. Those two were dead and smaller than 2 inches. And they came up here and all of a sudden, they grow like crazy. Go figure. This thing just keeps coming and going. And these banana trees has been as long as the banana trees in the back, and they just still stay the same height. It's like I said, sometimes when we put them in different places, it just grows differently. But no, you could see how it was dead down in there. That whole big area. We didn't even think that was gonna make it. Same thing with these here. You've seen where the dead stuff is, and now these things, man, they bloomed about 1 million of them. Alrighty. Don't know if I'm strong enough to paint this house. I mean, it needs to be painted, but I don't know if I can do it, to be honest with you guys. And then this here has got to get lifted up, and some dirt in there. We are hosting a Thanksgiving. So what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? But we are hosting a Thanksgiving dinner here with family. And I think this is the other side, because that hurricane, yeah, and the friggin' mole thing. Yeah, you see how much it sunk from that mole? He done messed that up. So that's another project. See how you lifted up the dirt there? I'm not worried about the center, but just try to get this a little bit prettier, because again, we are hosting a Thanksgiving dinner with family, and those are my 4 lemons I'm gonna try that I got caught stealing. This is garbage. Been throwing a lot of stuff. My mother thing. BB's gonna see if these work. My mother's never used these, but these are some kind of hanging thing. She's never used them, We're gonna see if we can use them. If we're not gonna use them, it's probably go in the garbage. You can see the butterflies galore. Look at them. We're still getting them. None hatching, just these just continue to grow. Bibi's been finding some bugs on here that have been trying to destroy her thing, her butterfly food. She's been, see, this is the milkweed. This is Florida milkweed for the, I can't remember what she called it, sappy milkweed or something, but this is the Florida native. But there is a bug trying to destroy it, and soon they'll go into hibernation and come back, but they're still blooming. That's what the butterflies will eat, and that's what the baby butterflies will eat, is that right there, those leaves from there. So you know, when we do the dirt here, she's gonna get that cleaned out, and then of course next year in April we'll do it all over again. So let me know what you guys are doing for projects, what you got going on for Thanksgiving. Don't forget the Christmas card stuff, guys. We'll do a separate video on that. And like I said, I just want to keep it small, simple. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until the next one, we'll see you guys. Enjoy our videos. Like, share, subscribe. And we love you.